And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk Mississippi 101.9 FM. I'm your host, Adam Gore, and we're going to mix it up. A new year, a new format here. I'm welcoming in the dynamic duo of Mr. Jim Ingram and Dr. Brad Boggs joining us. Now, if you listen to ICC football, you're used to the three of us, so you know those two guys typically carry me on Thursday nights. And guys, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here, Adam.
Yeah, glad to be here, and I appreciate you inviting me for the first time.
Well, you know, you had to behave yourself a little bit to get those rights. But anyway, so real quick, and let's start with you, Mr. Jim. Introduce yourself. Let everybody know what you do here at the college.
Jim Ingram, and I'm the foundation director here at ICC, and Adam Gore lets me help out in the sports area, and I'm happy to work with, of course, Brad Boggs. Does a great job in football games. And I also help out in basketball also. Now, y'all don't let me do the other sports because I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. But y'all let me have fun in football and basketball, and we have a good time doing it.
Brad?
Brad Boggs, working student services here for the college. And again, I'm kind of like Mr. Ingram here. I'm very fortunate to work with a fantastic team there for football. And Adam did bring me back for baseball. And so
outstanding.
He and I do baseball. It does get a little chilly, though, out there. We, in the spring, early spring. But he and I still have a good time, just as y'all do with basketball. So enjoy doing that as well. But enjoy learning from both of y'all in football.
Well, appreciate that. We have a good time. And, we talk about doing sports, and you try to give the facts, the score of the game, who's playing, down, what quarter it's in, but you also got to have fun. Mm-hmm. And we have fun doing the ball games, try to make it interesting, but we also like to give the facts. We're very pro ICC, of course, but we have a good time doing it.
That makes me kind of worried because somebody suggested, why don't you bring Jim and Brad on the ICC Hour? So maybe you saying it makes it fun and interesting. It wasn't fun and interesting until now. But guys, it is a new school year. Always excited to get a new semester started here at ICC. Brad, we'll start with you here. Just talk about the excitement of just getting the students back on campus and starting a new school year. It's not a new school year, but a new semester.
It is very, very much excited here. The whole college, there's a good buzz going on. We are looking currently, now this is, of course, I know we're still preliminary here where registration is still going on, but we do have an increase, in enrollment from spring to spring. So we look at that. So at the present time, we're still looking at an increase, which is good. Our dormitories at this point, they're full, which is good. It's a good problem to have. Bad problem. We do have a few still on the waiting list waiting to get in, but if they'll just kind of hold patiently, I feel like we will be able to place them all. First time, though, Mr. Ingram, we've had a waiting list like this rolling into the spring. Good problem. There's a lot of good things going on, a lot of good activities going on. I know Taylor Tudor and staff, they've done a phenomenal job in the fall with all of the activities, that welcome back week that we had in August. There were so many students that came up to me and they were like, after that welcome back week, the first week, they were like, man, I can't wait till next week. And we're like, well, it's great. Taylor's going to continue to have activities, but not as many as the first week. You can't put them all on that and have a full week like that. But over the course of the whole semester, a lot of good things. And she's got a lot of good things planned coming up this spring for the students that are coming back. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to just having students back on campus. We've been gone for Christmas holidays and all of us out. But it's always good to get back and get back into the swing of things. I know I've seen a few students on campus and they're itching to get back. I think they're ready to get back and enjoy the atmosphere that we have at the college. So a lot of good things going on, not just attributed to us, but I know a lot of good things going on with your area, Mr. Ingram and Mr. Gore, a lot of things going on with y'all across the whole college, and that's what's creating us having a great atmosphere at the college and a lot of good things going on where the people are wanting to attend ICC and experience the atmosphere.
No doubt about it. Let me echo what he's saying. We had a great fall, and a lot of that give you tribute to Dr. Allen and his staff, and that's part of Brad Boggs, is part of his staff, and of course Adam Gore and your staff. But we had a great fall, had increased people here, and like now we're starting here in the spring, and we're full again. Waiting list for dorms, so we've got a great kickoff to the spring. Looking forward to an outstanding spring.
And, of course, if you want to be part of the ICC family, you still do have a little bit of a time to do so. Last day to register for full-term classes, day or night, or the first 8-week classes is January the 12th. E-learning, which is our online program, the first 8-week classes, registration for that is January the 19th. And then our full-term online or e-learning classes is January the 19th. Financial aid is still available along with adult learner scholarships, but the deadline for those are also January the 19th. Well, we're going to step away from the show. When we come back, we're going to talk and focus on the ICC competitive cheer team here. We'll talk with Coach Bryant Nichols and a couple of the cheer members and talk about them getting ready for their competition that's coming up later on this month, and learn more about that here on the ICC Hour.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renasant Bank. Understanding you.
HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, air conditioning. It is a trade program that is dealing with home repairs to industrial refrigeration repairs like you'd find in a convenience store to a supermarket. The degree program is 2 years. It is 4 semesters at 15 hours each semester. There's about 15 hours of academic classes that will be needed to be taken for the degree. With a 2-year degree, a person should be able to get a job doing repairs, to being a service tech for a local company, to being a self-employed individual. During the program, we get the EPA certification, which allows people to handle the refrigerant and the charge of systems. There's also NATE certification that are available to students at the completion of a 2-year program. An entry-level person can probably experience pay in the neighborhood of about $14.50 to $17 an hour, with raises going up to the points of $22 to $23 an hour. The demand for HVAC technicians has been really well for the last few years. A lot of the technicians are older people that are at retirement age and are leaving the field, so there is a big demand for new, experienced personnel. The curriculum is made up of 12 classes in the HVAC that are 3-hour college credit classes, starting out with levels of someone not having any experience to getting a person to a level of getting a job or becoming self-employed. There's also 15 credit hours of academic classes for the associate's degree that can be done online or in the classroom on the Tupelo or Fulton campus. I like this industry for the reason of being able to go different places every day for a work environment. It's not always at the same location. The other thing I like about this is a field that's easy to start your own business. Nationwide, 1 out of every 7 that finish a 2-year degree end up owning and operating their own business.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renasant replay. Make the right call with Renasant and get cell phone protection with Renasant Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk Mississippi 101.9 FM. Appreciate all you taking time out of your Tuesday afternoon to join us for the show here. And we've got a big event coming up for our cheerleaders. The national competition's coming up. We want to talk with our cheer coach, Bryant Nichols. And Bryant, before we get started, man, thank you for taking time out of your day.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right, so let's just talk about it, man. You know, there's some people that say cheerleading's not a sport. Some people say it is a sport. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're going to say it's not a sport, I invite you to come out and go through what these guys and gals have went through here. I tell you what, you guys have been working really, 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 really hard to get ready for this competition. Just talk about the group as a whole.
Yeah, we started the year, you know, it's my first year here, started the year With little to no experience, they've worked as hard as they possibly could. They've done everything that they needed to do between 6 a.m. workouts and then 2 days during Christmas break. They only took off the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Outside of that, we're 2 days all the way through Christmas break. It's they've come a long ways, and it's they worked as hard as they could possibly work.
All right, so for those that, of course, obviously may not know the sport that well, when you say workouts, what does a workout routine consist of when it comes to competitive cheer?
Yeah, so the 6 a.m. workouts, until football season was over, they were a little bit lighter, and it was just, just traditional, like weightlifting, squat, bench, whatever, going through normal weightlifting. And then once, the reason they were a little bit easier before football was over, because a lot of times we would not get back from away football games until 3 a.m. So, waking up at 5 a.m. for workouts and then not getting home until 3 a.m. That's just, a 24-hour day that's a lot on them. But once football season ended, it started out. We kind of combined like a weightlifting like strength program with like a CrossFit kind of thing to gear it more towards like a 2.5 minute like cheer routine.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. It's more of a, not longevity, but you still need that type, but it's more of that spurt, that burst type workouts. Yes. So obviously there's a difference in your guys and your girls. Mm-hmm. So what type of workouts do you focus on with your men's side of things?
Yeah, the men were definitely a lot of the girls had to kind of learn how to lift weights and stuff, really. There was only a handful that did like powerlifting in high school that already knew how to actually put weight on the bar and lift weights. But for the most part, once they kind of started picking that up, we pushed the girls just as hard as we pushed the guys. The only difference really being is that the girls didn't push heavyweight so much.
Yeah, I got you. We're talking with ICC Cheer coach Bryant Nichols about the upcoming national competition. Right now, focusing on the part of getting ready for the competition. So, when you come to this, take us through the planning part. I know a lot of people don't realize it's kind of like band. You do have your routines. You got to come up with it. You got to get everybody in sync. There's a ton of stuff that goes into this. That it's not just showing up on the sideline and cheering.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's. Yeah, there's 20 kids on mat, and then we have that actually compete at nationals. Then we have a stunt group that's an alternate group, in case someone gets hurt or something. And there are moving pieces throughout, but that's band or like a dance routine is like the easiest thing to liken it to, because it's not like. It's not like other sports, basketball, baseball, football, where, someone comes out, someone else goes in, and you just plug and play. Anytime you have to make a change, it's a process.
I got you. So let's focus on the competition now. Where's the competition going to be?
It's actually at Disney World. So probably about 10 years ago, Disney World built onto their ESPN Wide World of Sports. I'm not sure how many millions of dollar facility it was, but they built it just for the cheer competitions that come there every year.
Okay, what's the dates on this competition?
It starts the 12th through the 14th.
Okay, I got you. So take us through a day of competition. So I know you're going to wake them up, get them woke up, get them fed, get them ready to go. But when it comes to the competition, once you walk through that door, what should we expect if we were following you guys, or what do you guys do?
Very, very hectic, fast pace. Until it's not fast paced, it's one of those. You get there quick to slow down. It's you go in, huge arena, and you'd be surprised at how many people will be in there. It'll be packed. You get like a full non-mat floor which is 54 feet by 42 feet. You get that to warm up on for 12 minutes, and then after you warm up for 12 minutes, you walk off, and sometimes you wait 3 minutes before you go out on the floor and perform. Sometimes you end up having to wait 30 minutes. It just kind of depends how backed up they get the warm-up room.
I got you. So that kind of gives you I hate to say interesting, but that's a difficult way. You either like, all right, we're warmed up, we're ready to go. Now it's time to hurry up and wait.
Right.
So that comes in the mental focus of side of things. How do you get the kids prepared for that?
The best way that I can describe it is that it's not like another sport in that you don't get, at minimum 27 at bats through the game. You get it's like the entire team gets one at bat and we got to hit a home run.
Right.
So it is very high intensity, and as far as preparing them for that, the only thing we can do is do as many, like we have a showcase tonight that we'll do here at the Davis Event Center. And then Sunday we're going to Memphis and we'll do another showcase where we just perform with the University of Memphis will go as well, and then we're actually going to perform again on the 9th at our Meet the Indians for the spring sports.
Awesome. Well, so if there's somebody out there right now that's interested in the program, how can they get in touch with you? How can they find out more? Because the high school has cheerleading, but not everybody has the competitive cheerleading. So there may be people that's interested in it, saying, I want to do this, I can do this, and then they come to find out maybe it's not what I thought it was. So how can they get in touch with you?
You can shoot me an email, social media. I'm all over social media. ICC Cheers on Instagram. You can contact us through any of that. I'm all over that. Once I get back from nationals, so like the 15th, 16th, I'll be working on scheduling for our spring clinics and tryouts and stuff, and that information will be out on social media within the next week or two as well.
You can also visit letsgoicc.com for more information there on those clinics that are coming up. Say there's somebody out there right now that's, say, a former cheerleader. I know you've got the Facebook page for the alumni, but maybe they want to say, hey, I want to help financially. Say maybe I want to give a little bit of money to maybe pay for a couple of meals while you're on the road. How can they tell them about the alumni page on Facebook?
Yeah,
but then,
definitely. If anybody ever cheered at ICC, we've already, I think it's sitting at around 100 or so members right now, but we're trying to get more and more in there. And if you want to reach out and give, definitely, again, get me on social media, and we can send a check, or we can do that however we need to, but just contact me through social media.
Awesome. We'll have that information more for you there on letsgoicc.com. Bryant, appreciate you taking time out of your day. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Sorry, that's it. Let's go.
And we'll be back for the ICC Hour right after this.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renasant Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renasant Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Welcome to the pasta party!
1, 2, 3.
Making new traditions. Now let's go and keep going. Sharing old stories. Homemade pasta. Enjoy. Cheers to us. We did it. And an ice cold Coke.
Okay, ready? 1, 2.
That's my recipe for magic.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
"What's next?"
Renasant Bank, understanding you.
Hey guys, it's Jordan here reminding you to keep up with all things athletics at Itawamba Community College by following Let's Go ICC on your favorite social media platforms, subscribing to Let's Go ICC on YouTube, visiting letsgoicc.com for news, scores, photos, and more, and watching on letsgoicctv.com.
Brought to you by Renasant Bank, the bank that understands you. Learn more at renasantbank.com.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk Mississippi 101.9 FM. The ICC Hour is always brought to you by our friends over at Renasant Bank. You can find out more by visiting renasantbank.com. We're going to continue our conversations now with talking about the ICC Cheer Squad and the competition coming up here later on this month. And we're joined by two members of the squad now. And I'll let you guys introduce yourself, and we'll go ladies first. Kate, we'll let you start. Introduce yourself, sophomore, and where you're from.
My name is Kate Gann. I'm a sophomore, and I'm from Fulton.
My name is Jeremy Townley. I am a sophomore as well, and I'm from Millport, Alabama.
Awesome. Well, first off, thank y'all for taking time out of y'all's day to do this. I know y'all are working extremely hard to get ready for the competition. So what was it about cheer competition that got you guys interested in it?
It's something different. I'd say that. I've always saw Super Bowls. I've saw like the Major League Baseball games. Thought they were pretty cool. And then one day I was seeing that there was an actual cheer competition. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. It'd be something interesting to do.
Okay.
Well, I've always done cheer throughout high school, but we didn't compete. It was nothing like this. But I saw this as a chance for us to be seen as real athletes, and we had a time where we can go and we can be the center of attention rather than just on the side.
And that's one thing I talked with Coach Bryant earlier. You know, that's one thing I will say, you know, y'all are athletes. I don't think a lot of people realize what all goes into doing, one, cheerleading by itself, but competition cheer as well. So, Kate, we'll start with you. Kind of just give us an overview of what all you do to be the best version of you when it comes to cheer competition.
Well, there's a lot of practice, of course, with the team, but also like coming in outside, taking care of ourselves.
I'd say it's like the first thing you wake up and you think, man, I'm sore, but you realize it's a whole nother sport you got to play. You know, like it's not like football where you got one guy who can go back in and take your spot when you need a break. You just have to wake up and realize there's no one else that can take your spot, so you got to go out there and be the best you can be.
And y'all, like other athletes, you have other duties as college students. One, you've got classes. You've got maybe jobs that you have to take care of. So, and then also social life, because I know that's a big thing of being, you know, kind of get yourself mentally straight as well. So just talk about, and Jeremy, we'll start with you on this one, talk about balancing just life in general when it does come to the strenuous of being a student athlete and just, you know, having a life in general.
All right, yes, sir. So, normal day of my life, it would start like I'd have classes all the way up till like 12:30. It's just like your major classes, your sciences and math, and after that we'd go straight in and practice. Some days you can get lunch, some days you wouldn't be able to, you know, but you have to just push past it and you have to go do your job. And after that, you get to go eat, and then late at night, I also work with the BSU lead team, and it's sometimes you want to rest, but I have to go out there and do that as well. But it's a little strenuous at sometimes, but sometimes it's you got to know what you sign up for. You can't go into a sport thinking you can just slack off and it's going to be easy when you have to balance out an everyday routine.
Okay.
There's not a lot of free time. There's not extra time to do stuff. There's a lot of sacrifice that you make in every aspect of life. There's days where I don't stop from the time I get up until I get home from work and it's dark and there hasn't really been a day. But like you said, you know what you sign up for, and like it's for the team. It's not for me, like just for me.
Yeah, it's kind of what they say, the love of the game.
Right.
If you didn't love it, you wouldn't do it.
Exactly.
So that's kind of like the way we look at our jobs, you know, anybody's job, you know, you got to have that extra oomph to make it go the extra mile there. So let's talk about just like workouts. A lot of people don't think about, okay, well, you know, you got to have this muscle, that muscle. Take us through a normal workout for you, Kate. What do you focus on, or what do they focus on you when it comes to? Because everybody your position as a on the team as well.
Yeah, so I'm a top girl. So this year we had Bryant's brother-in-law, Drew, helping us. He does physical therapy and knows a lot about working out. So it kind of made our workout specific to a lot of the skills that we were trying to put in the routine. For example, we worked on core strength and shoulder strength just to be specified to what we were doing. Different days we would do different things, target different muscles and endurance, things like that.
And Jeremy?
I would say it was a lot of first it is like a lot of explosiveness, because when you're a guy and you have to like throw a girl in the air, you have to use, it's not just the arms, it's not legs. No matter how big your muscles are, you have to use your whole body. So I think a lot of our workouts, it was a lot of explosiveness along with strength training as well, because once you build strength, you can use it to explode. And we also had like a lot of CrossFit as well. It's where you combine weights and you combine cardio, which is really not my favorite thing, but you got to have both of those in order to stand a 2-minute routine on a mat, because you'll be out of breath before you know it, and it's awful, but it's worth it.
And so let's talk about that real quick. A lot of people think, just a 2-minute routine. I'm sorry, it's not just a 2-minute routine. I mean, it's choreographed, it's going, it's instant. I mean, you got to be focused, you got to be into it. So just take us through your mindset whenever you get ready to hit that button and go.
Yes, sir. So once we get out there, the first thing you got to do no matter what is really just clear your mind, because you can't think, I got to throw this and then throw this next stunt, because if you start thinking about it, then you won't do the one job. So when I get out there, I have to clear my mind, and I have to take it one step at a time, one stunt at a time, because that's where it all comes down to it. You got to hit each one of them, so you go through each one of them when you get there, because if you worry about something else can go wrong, and then you mess everyone else's job up. And not only that, you also have to you have to find places to catch your breath too, because there'll be sometimes you're not able to breathe while you throw, but it's certain times you have to find breaths in between as well.
Okay.
I have to agree with Jeremy on that one. I think the biggest thing for me is slowing down and taking it one step at a time, because like you said, it's going constant. There's no breaks, no halftime, no switching in and out for a lot of people. But the biggest thing for me is focus. If you ask me who's doing what around me in the routine, I have absolutely no idea. I'm so focused on my job and doing my part and just zoned in. Nothing else is on my mind except for do your job.
All right, so this is just going to be a me question because I'm curious. So when you're over there, you're throwing them in the air, you're holding them by a hand. How do you do that? Because my wrist would break.
Oh, yes, sir. It's crazy how you do it, because like a lot of people, when I first learned how to do it, I'd sit there and hold it for I'd try to hold it as long as I can. And your flyer, she don't want to be up in the air that long. And it's amazing to have human body in one hand in the air. And you think it's kind of crazy, but what I've came to realize, when you throw, if you have your body in a good line position all the way down, and you shrug up your shoulder, and it makes it so much easier. It's like you're like a statue, not moving. And if you're in the air, you would want to have something that's really sturdy up there. But if you're up there and you wobble with your hand, they won't be able to stand on it. So I say you have a good line and a good stance, and you can just about catch anything up there.
And Kate, from your point of view, I would be scared to death to trust somebody to hold. Of course, nobody's going to hold me up in the air as big as I am, but for you, I would be scared to death for knowing that, hey, this guy just got me by one hand. How do you help him, and then how mentally you're like, okay, you got me, I'm not going anywhere?
It definitely comes with time. It's a trust thing. It's always scary at first, but I mean, like Bryant says all the time, you know what you signed up for. You can't be scared. But over time, teaching them kind of how to do this stuff and learning, teaching them how to spot, and you just gain a trust for them. And this sport, there's nothing like it when it comes to trust. It's like I'm 20 feet in the air, but I'm not scared because I know you're going to take care of me. So I think that's something unique that cheer has that a lot of other sports doesn't have.
See, you're braver than me, because I'll be watching y'all during football games or basketball games. You're flying in the air, and I'm holding my breath oh God, catcher, so to be that person, or to be that person catching, to be that person flying, I know it's got to be kind of an adrenaline rush as well. So, I appreciate you guys. Give us a little inside look at what y'all do. Competition-wise, how are y'all preparing for that now? I know you're working really hard, and we do appreciate all the hard work that y'all are putting in to represent the college. So let's just talk about the competition. How is y'all's mindset going into that?
You want to go?
Well, I think you're always going to be nervous no matter what, because like I said, cheer is a one-shot thing. You don't get a break. You don't get a second chance no matter what happens. But we've been practicing so much to the point where I know we're going to feel confident when we go out there. I feel ready. I'm super excited for everyone else to see how much we've grown, because I know there's been a lot of times where we have been in public and people have seen us and we have not showed out by any means. I know that the expectation is pretty low from other people's standpoint to see a first-year team with a brand new coach. They have no idea what we've been working on. They have no idea how much we've grown. So I'm super excited for everyone else to look at us and just have no idea what has happened in those past couple months. I think it's going to be a shock and a surprise for some of our competition, and I'm super excited to see that.
I would like to just go off the growth thing as well. Like, I remember all the guys were all brand new to cheer, and I remember the first couple of nights we were here, and just after Meet the Indians, we stayed in that gym throwing a girl up in the air and just catching her over and over again, and it was crazy. But now looking back at it, we've grown so much. Like, we can throw all these stunts in a routine, and so I'm looking forward to going into this competition knowing that we were underdog. We still are the underdogs in this, because all these other teams that we're competing against, they have people who's been doing it for their whole life, and you got some of us that just now learned how to throw a girl, and we're going in there with just the knowledge that we know now, and it's kind of crazy. And I'm also looking forward to going, because like every competition when you go to it, you're looking forward to win no matter what. You don't want to go there and be second. But I think a lot of us, we want to beat these teams and show them how far we've actually came. Like we've had people like cancel on us on like showcases and stuff, but it kind of like, you can't really do anything about that if they cancel, But I just want to go there and just show them, hey, we're actually going to be somebody this year, Even though we started fresh, I feel like we're going to go out there and be absolute dogs. So.
And I'll tell you what, looking on the outside in, seeing all the hard work and dedication y'all put towards it, I know y'all going to go have a great show. I'll let y'all know I'm personally proud of y'all, because I've seen it, and I know there's a lot of people that don't, and I hate to use this word, but don't respect competitive cheerleading the way it should be. But y'all do stuff that I can't do, and I respect that big time. So I want to wish y'all the best of luck. We're going to be proud of you no matter the outcome. We know it's going to be a good outcome when y'all come back to Fulton.
Thank you.
And we'll be back more the ICC Hour right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renasant Bank. Understanding you.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Electrical technology is, here at ICC, is a program where we take students in and teach them from the fundamentals of what electricity is all the way to very advanced concept. It takes 2 years, it's 4 semesters, and you would always have to start in the fall because the courses are taught fall and spring. So in other words, the courses that are offered in the fall are not offered again in the spring, so you have to start in the fall, and it takes 2 years. There is a huge demand right now for electrical technicians in the workplace. As we all know, manufacturing has gotten very automated and very technical, and we meet that need with our program here. So our students are they're definitely going to have opportunities once they graduate, even opportunities while they're going to school here through the internship program that we have. Most of our students on the internship program are in that $14 to $16 range, and then once they graduate, and most industries does a pre-employment exam, and then they test to see where those students will fit into their pay scale. I would say that most of them fall in that $18 to $22 an hour after graduation. So it's a really, really hands-on program. So that's another thing that students need to be aware of. If you enjoy working with your hands and the physical aspect of using tools and doing a job, then this curriculum would be something that you need to look at. There is a good bit of programming, but you're not just going to be a programmer. You know, you're going to be a multi-skilled electrical technician, which means that you'll do all of the skill sets, not just programming. Electrical technicians in manufacturing the number per manufacturing facility is going up because the technology used in all of manufacturing is going up exponentially. I mean, we just get more and more automated and autonomous in our manufacturing processes, which means that we have to have a really skilled person to maintain those processes and keep them functioning. So the maintenance technicians today are all, by and large, have a huge electrical background to be able to do what they do with the automated processes that we manufacture today. And it doesn't matter what you're manufacturing, whether you're building cars or tires or body parts, or, you know, it doesn't matter. All manufacturing processes are automated at a really high level today and continuing to grow in that area.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renasant Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renasant Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour. We'll check out what's coming up at ICC, being brought to you by our friends at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. You got all those aches and pains like me when you get up in the morning. Well, you need to go see the folks at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. They can help you get you right back in shape. And we're still joined by Dr. Brad Boggs and Mr. Jim Ingram. And guys, school year starting off, and not a lot of activities for the students because the students are still coming back. But this week we do have some basketball. But tonight we've got Meet the Indians at 6 p.m. here at the Davis Event Center. Always one of the fun events. We talked about the things that Taylor Tudor does to help bring excitement here to the college. This is one of them where we get to meet the basketball teams along with baseball, softball, tennis, golf, all those programs. So it's going to be a fun night here at the DEC.
Yeah, it's always a fun night because you're having the opportunity, Mr. Ingham, for the families to come and see, and we're introducing the spring sports. You know, basketball started in the fall, as y'all already are aware. Had a good fall, too, to the basketball season for both sports, women's and men's. But rolling now in the spring, they're going to get into, you know, the crucial play here where they're playing their division play coming up in basketball. But it's good for our student athletes who put so much time and effort, as well as the coaches out there to practice hard, what they do each and every day to have them to where, hey, the student body can come in, the faculty, the staff, again, those families can come in. It's Meet the Indians night. And that way they can be introduced. They always have captains or someone who will be up there to kind of introduce or make some comments on behalf of the team. The head coach generally makes some comments. So it's a great, great night, great atmosphere, great feel. I encourage those to come out and experience that tonight, experience that event with us.
You know, tonight is a special night. Number one, we make all the sports important. Every sports here is important at ICC. Adam Gore and his staff do a great job tonight. Of course, Taylor does a great job. But again, let's stress, try to come and attend tonight. Every sport at ICC is important. And kudos to Adam and Taylor Tudor.
And that event is free to the public, so we do encourage you to come out again tonight, 6 o'clock, Davis Event Center, Meet the Indians for our spring sports and basketball as well. Staying on the coin of basketball, both the men's and women's basketball team off to a great start. Women's basketball team, they'll be back in action on Thursday when they take on East Mississippi in non-conference play. The men will also play that night, Thursday night at 7:30, right around 7:30. They'll take on Talladega's JV squad, and then they'll wrap up the week on Saturday at 3:30 when they take on Western Kentucky Tech. So, guys, basketball is going to jump right back into it, and then next week we get into division play. So, we left Christmas. The men were 11-1, women are 11-0. So, a lot of positive rolling into the second half of the season.
No doubt about it, Adam. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to the division play. Like you said, both teams were combined 21-1 right now. Of course, this coming Thursday night is a big game, but it's not a division game. Then the next week we start having those games every week as a division game. Very, very important.
Yeah, it's always an important time of year. And this year, we get to go back to, which is good, where the men and the women play on the same night. You know, previously in the previous 2 to 3 years, I can't remember, I know 2 years or so, we had been doing a mirrored schedule where even the division play, men, if they were playing at home, women were traveling, same team, but in other words, you just had one game a night. Now we're getting back to basketball, is what I call basketball. I like it, and I like the atmosphere when you have the women's game early in the evening, 5:30 tip-off, and then following that immediately you have the guys' game. And it's just a great atmosphere. More people come out. I mean, I'm going to anticipate more of an electric atmosphere this year than what we've been used to the previous 2 years, just simply because we're going back to that format of what you see in JUCO basketball. So it's exciting to get back into that this year and looking forward to that coming up when we reach division play.
No doubt about it, Brad. And also let's mention this, we talked about 21-1 early in the year. Both teams look very good. That's some excitement there, so we look forward to the year.
Well, part of that's because you and Mr. Gore here are the staff that takes care of the announcing there. And
we will them the victory.
Yeah, y'all are willing them victory, so it's the good job that y'all do too.
We appreciate that, Brad.
You jokingly say that, but there's times people are making a free throw. They'll miss the first one. Mr. Jim's like, he's going to make this next one, and it goes in. And I try to tell Jim, like, pick me a number, red, black, 13, 2, not endorsing gambling. But just pick me a number since you're willing this stuff to happen, and I can retire.
Well, the only thing I want to know, does he get as angry as he did during football season?
He hasn't yet. So that's going to be my goal this year. I'm going to have to reach over and pinch him or something to get him fired up. Because that was our most request. Like, everybody fired up when Jim got fired up during football.
Mad Mr. Ingram. I'm telling you, when he got angry and about broke the glass out that night in the press box, it was just – that was scary, but I mean, I liked it. I mean, it was fire.
Just show some emotion. Supporting ICC. Just show some emotion.
And of course, we got football recruiting going on. The first Wednesday in February, we'll have the National Signing Day for football, so we'll be welcoming a lot more new faces to the ICC family that day. And guys, they keep pushing the start of baseball and softball up every year. We went never playing in January. Now baseball, softball. I think softball starts the 26th of January. Baseball starts the 30th or 31st of January.
Wow, I didn't know that. January?
So, yeah.
Woo, gonna be a little chilly, right?
Yeah. You kind of you making sure I know that, right?
Yeah, I want to make sure.
Be one of those we can welcome Jim outside.
That's right.
Help with that. So, but so we do invite you to visit letsgoicc.com. You can find all those schedules, of course, tennis, golf, baseball, softball, basketball, everything going on there as well. We're gonna come back and wrap things up here on the ICC Hour right after this.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed. Attach images to transactions. Set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or to monitor your account balance. Use the P2P feature to safely send money to a friend. We even offer mobile wallet, so you can stay on top of your finances from anywhere. These options and more are available with online or mobile banking. At First American National Bank, you'll get that hometown feel with a high-tech touch.
When my mom opened the store, I got comfortable with it, and I liked the fact I like to help people, and I like to make people feel good about what they wear or just in general. And so once we got started and got into it, it was just one of those things where I just kind of really fell in love with it.
This is a 2-year all-online Associate of Applied Science degree. There are no restrictions or requirements to begin working toward a Business and Marketing Management Technology degree.
I think just being here and being able to experience what all there is within business and marketing, it was just something I thought I would really enjoy, which I started the first semester I was in class, and which I loved Miss McCrimmon. She was awesome. She was very helpful.
Students simply apply to ICC and then select Business and Marketing Management Technology as their major.
I enjoy online, and it was not anything that anybody couldn't do. It works with your schedule, and it was easy for me to do online working here as well. So that was really helpful to me.
This degree covers a wide range of business jobs. It's also a great way for entrepreneurs to learn about starting their own business.
There are times when you will catch yourself applying what you did learn in the program, using it within whatever business you're in.
Many students in this program are working and are interested in earning a degree to be promoted where they work. I've also had graduates start their own businesses.
There's just something about when somebody comes in and they want to find something and you're able to help them with that, and they find the perfect outfit or whatever they're needing. It's just one of those things where it makes you feel good and it makes the customer feel good.
Students can start the MMT program in the fall or spring semesters.
But overall, it's a fun job, and you get to learn a lot. And if you love shopping, that's a big plus too. Customer service is huge, and we want to make sure that we are able to fit that person's needs and do the best we can to help them.
MMT graduates also have the option to transfer their associate degree and continue working toward their bachelor degree online.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renasant Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renasant Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back one final time here to the ICC Hour on SuperTalk Mississippi 101.9 FM. And I've been joined today by Dr. Brad Boggs, Mr. Jim Ingram. Raphael Henry's been running the ship for us, and Cal Brown over there, he's our bodyguard.
I like that, Cal. Thank you.
Make sure everybody behaves for us. But guys, this is our first of, I hope, many radio shows this year. I know our schedules are going to be crazy this time of year, but I do appreciate you guys coming out by popular demand, by the way. Everybody's like, you got to have Brad.
Right.
You got to have Jim. Right. Gore, you're boring by yourself. So, but guys, again, we're starting a new school year. A lot of positives rolling here at ICC. We do want to encourage you once again. You've got until January the 12th to get signed up for full-term day and night classes here at ICC. If you're more online, that's kind of like what I like. You've got the first 8-week classes. Sign up for that January 17th, or the full-term classes on January the 19th. Also, January the 19th, deadline for financial aid and some adult learner scholarships as well. Visit iccms.edu for more information on those. So, guys, final thoughts before we close things out today.
Well, and I meant to say this earlier too. I know we're Tuesday here, but Cheer leaves this week, and I know you heard from Coach Nichols earlier. So those of y'all, I want y'all to help us cheer us on. Last year, our cheer team did a fantastic job, and they did place in the national competition down there in Orlando. And so Dr. Allen, myself, and Tyler Tyler Camp will be headed that way to check out the cheer competition as well and root them on. But seeing some good things, and hopefully this week, of course, we'll be able to report back later this week with some good news on that and feel strong and confident. Those folks, those guys and gals, they've been here when we were home for the holidays. They were out here in the Davis Event Center practicing 2-a-days.
They are athletes.
They really were. So exciting thing there too. Looking forward to that. Just some excitement for them. But Mr. Ingram, just again, all I can say is there's just a lot of good things going on at ICC. One thing too, we were talking about softball season coming up. We're going to unveil a new press box, locker room area for softball, tennis this season. They're going to start play at home. Whenever they do start play, they will still be able to play. They may not completely be finished with the product, but we're still going to be able to play. And then eventually this spring, it's going to have a ribbon cutting and open up. It's going to be a nice facility. It's got a upper deck level where people can sit outside out there above, and then of course it's got some chair back seating. It's going to be real nice, and looking forward to that. And that's all just due to Dr. Allen's leadership and what he does for the college and the vision that he has to where he sees not only other areas of the college as far as our academics, housing, things of that nature, athletics as well, and all the activities the college has. And he sees that growing and doing a great job under his leadership for the colleges, that we are growing and providing these great facilities that we're able to provide.
No doubt about it. And I want to plug our department very quickly here, Adam. I work with Michael Upton and Cindy Hale in the foundation department. They do an outstanding job. Matter of fact, Michael's my boss. We were able to give out over 150 foundation scholarships this fall. And that's a testament not only to Dr. Allen and his staff, but a testament to our donors that give the money for these scholarships. We're very blessed. We're very blessed to give these scholarships to students. So I thank our donors and thank everybody associated with ICC.
Absolutely. It's a family effort. We don't say ICC family just as a tagline. It truly is a family here at all three of our locations, Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden. Well, guys, I appreciate your time this week. Look forward again next week as we'll have another edition of the ICC Hour. Stay tuned. We'll see you next Tuesday right back here on SuperTalk Mississippi 101.9 FM.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
"What's next?"
Renasant Bank, understanding you.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.